Hi, Divine Feminine. So I have a few more of my decks out here now. We're going to get started here with an animal card. I did draw 3 of these Wisdom of the Oracle cards. Interesting. Okay. Divine Feminine got Milk and Honey, and it actually came out reversed. And then Divine Masculine got Happy Happy, and in between is Time for a Nap. So I will say that Spirit's asking you to take really good, extreme self-care of your Divine Feminine kind of side. And I also feel like doing some inner child healings really indicated right now. I don't know which one I want to use here. Selenite's kind of standing out for me if you want to use some. There may be some like weird technological kind of like arguments or some, I don't know what I'm feeling exactly, but it feels like there's some online just be, you know, have your boundaries up. All right, they say yes. So we have King of Swords, 3 of Wands, which I often read as the Emperor. Ooh, 6 of Cups, 7 of Swords, Chariot reversed. So I did reference this card the other day in one of the readings. So interesting that it's coming out here. I didn't really talk about the animals, but I will. So look at that. Empress. Page of Cups. Sun. Ace of Wands. Oops, I gotta cover her up. The Moon. 7 of Pentacles again in that position with the King of Cups. I think we had those 2 cards in that position yesterday, or the last day I did it. 5 of Cups reversed, Ace of Swords, and Magician. Wow, with the 10 of Wands. Holy guacamole here. This is some big energy. What do you want in the middle? These or these? These. Okay. So it's weird. It's like he's almost planning to become your match, is what I feel. He's like scheming to level up to your energy. Feels like he's in King of Swords. Well, he's trying to look like he's the King of Swords. But inside he feels like the Page of Cups reversed. Yeah. We do not love that energy. I love this card though, because look at the flower blooming behind the cloak. There are things that you don't necessarily see right now. I've been saying that for a little while. But having the Sun here, I feel like we've gotten that card every time I've used this deck. Discover your life purpose, family and tribe. We have 2 cards of intimacy, of the physical nature. How teachable are you in reverse, and take off your mask. There's a lot of pride here. That's the word coming through. I get this murky emotions, right? So we have these 2 important cards. You're sitting here chilling in his awareness, but he's not letting you see that. This is such a beautiful card, right? She's all the way in the water. It kind of looks like a Barbie movie. And then he's like, hey, I'd like to come in there. And then the back is like this. I feel like you're reminding him of, look, a more innocent time when he wasn't in his shell, right? It's a beautiful Page of Cups energy. He doesn't like talking about his emotions, and he doesn't want to take off his mask, and he doesn't, but there's something here coming through, right, that he's not going to be able to avoid. He's going to be compelled to move towards you, because there's something here like you're cloaking what's going on with you really well. 11, 9, 4, 29, 20, 51, 24, 26. We have a lot of compound numbers here. Things I feel are really complex right now in a way where he wants them to be simple again. These two cards to me are simple. It's like when you have your first crush and it's just like, I like you, you like me. It's not, there's not so many layers, right? The Seven of Swords is giving me, it feels like there's so many layers and tricks, and he's got to perform, you know. I know that's not the meaning of the card, but that's the card that it's giving me. And he also knows he has to leave some things behind here. You are like this beautiful muse to him in a way that nobody else is. He's feeling very inspired. Whatever you're doing, you're like radiating this energy that's like, yeah, it is sort of protected, but not like a turtle. It's like protected in terms of, I'm not going to show you everything on the outside. And then it's like soft and tender on the inside. And I'm getting that from the starfish. And there's this like playful, childlike energy. And so I get the feeling from you where you're like, don't come at me for childlike wonder in your Seven of Swords energy. Chariot reversed. Like, I know what you're doing with the moon. It's like, it's pretty bright. You know, there are night cards here, but it's pretty light energy until we get to here. And then it's the depths of the ocean, the dark side of the moon, the, you know, yeah, I'm in the water, come in, it's fine. Oh no, I'm in the water under an eclipse holding a really powerful bowl of like, and look, there's a crab on the back. Powerful bowl of like glowing green something. And between these two pillars that have obviously been hit. Okay, so we see lightning has struck these pillars. These are the pillars. I'll show you that again. These are the pillars, right, of the High Priestess. And you know, he has been hit by something quite profound here. We don't have Tower, but man, have I been getting the Tower a lot lately. So there is wreckage from the past. He's going to address in a kind of sideways manner. Yeah, I can tell you right now, you can't get away from the fact that you're this soulmate energy. And look at that, soulmates and twin flames. And he absolutely must talk to you again. Like, this is pressing. Look at, you have coffee cup and date and love call and mask again. So it's up to you with your boundary here, and ascending in reverse with love, keys on a ring, heart with a key, clock, and photograph in reverse, all in reverse. So there's a boundary here of, Are you going to, oh, hidden card. Hidden card. Something you don't know about is going to come to light. He's either planning to or has ended things with the karmic. To come towards you. And I don't say those things very lightly, you know. Because there still is a heavily masked energy here. This is not, hey, I'm going to take off my mask and show you everything. I don't feel that energy. But I do feel like he's going to ask you to meet. Or he wants to. I do see him following through on it. Here, for the most part. In an emotional way. Let's get some timing here. Oh, let's see what he wants first. And then get timing. This is not my normal reading, but the thought of being with you, I'm going to use the water as an analogy because that's what he's thinking about. The thought of being with you in the water again, take it as you will, is too alluring. So Black Moon Lilith moves into Libra today, really soon. I knew that card was going to come out. Venus, love. You notice how many cards I'm having to cover up? Look at solar eclipse. That's like what's on the moon card. Saturn truth. That just went retrograde. Air element communicating. Again, the sun, spirit. Pisces, what's hidden or sacrificed. 5th house, creativity. Gemini, I think, where Jupiter is. 9th house, faith. It's about spirituality. And look at that grand trine again with Jupiter returns. There's so much abundance here. So, the abundance, first of all, abundance is your birthright. But the way that it's coming out, it's like you really need to choose yourself. You really need to choose your own abundance. There's something here about your focus and power and energy and your ability to communicate that is like dramatically increasing. Like your words are going to become very profound and very like karmically heavy in a way where you need to take full responsibility for what you say and the emotion that you create. So they're highlighting these two cards right here. Is that, man, all these cards are naked, so that should tell you something. Be very careful if what, you know, to align properly to what you want. Because sometimes when we get like a feeling, they're bringing this up very subtly. So sometimes when we get a little bit of a feeling, it kind of overtakes us and we forget like, oh no, I still want all of the boundaries that I have. You know, we need to remember, because here she is at night with her foot out, right? And here she is during the day. There was a bomb dropped here or some kind of explosion. So be really careful. They're saying be practical and precise with your wording and truthful. The sun is truth. We have it twice. So having both the sun, the moon, and the solar eclipse card, Saturn actually says truth on it. Saturn may be aspecting your sun somehow. There's a lot of, oh man, it's a heavy energy. Okay, there's a lot of truth you want to express. They're just saying, make sure you align with what you want to expand, because Jupiter is expanding everything it touches right now. Use your wisdom. So, you know, I've often heard people speak of beauty as, it's kind of a triggering word, because I think it's been used as leverage a lot against women. But, you know, real beauty is what inspires us, right? I think of, when I try to think of like the most beautiful, serene place, like if I want to meditate in my mind and visualize a place, I think of like the most beautiful garden, or waterfall, or beach. And those places hold so much spiritual like reverence, because, you know, in a lot of ways, beauty and truth are synonymous. And when we are in our truth, we're authentic, right? We become a lot more beautiful when we are our authentic selves, because we can outwardly attract exactly what we are. Does that make sense? Let's see. Look at that. We got that card again. Well, again, we have pleasure with the moon. So there may be a very, very strong emphasis here on night, coming together at night, being together at night. Again, we have extremes and the moon. Boundaries, faith, sovereignty. There may be a difficulty for you in saying no to certain things. They want you to tell you everything will be okay. If timing isn't right for you, masculine, blossoming, change, surrender. Sometimes when we work for some, like it's such a beautiful natural card, right? Because we are one with nature. If you have a hard time because maybe you waited so long and you feel like, well, nothing will ever really, so beautiful. Look at, I just said waterfall, garden, and beach. There we have it. They want to emphasize you creating in your mind beautiful pictures, images, not necessarily to create, but it's like an alternative to what is here. And sometimes what is present is not beautiful. And the choice to create something more beautiful to choose, right? It's a profound exercise of your will. So we did want to see what timing is and all of that. But a lot of what the masculine seems to be looking at is kind of, what will you allow from me? What will you accept? What are your boundaries now? He seems to be exercising, bring love into the situation. So they do want to say, even in saying no, you can be very loving. Even in saying not yet, the timing's not right, it doesn't feel aligned, I don't feel like this is when this is supposed to happen. These are loving ways to say, you know, you're gonna have to decide if you're all the way over all of the hurt, you've managed to work through all of the triggers, the pain, the memories, your wounds. Have you done the work that you needed to do? Is your vibration looking like you want it to look? Has your outer reality shifted to the way that you're dreaming it? Because if have a big emphasis here on maybe you forgot what you were working towards, or maybe now you can see, maybe you climbed up the hill a little bit more, right? Remember a couple months ago I was talking about the road flat, or the road that goes up the hill? And for those of you that took the road up the hill, maybe you can see a bigger picture. They were kind of emphasizing that with this card here, that eagle, right? And the sun's here. Maybe there's something new, or maybe you still have fears to work through. So you have both, again, 2 Taurus cards, the North and the South node. And these have been coming in, look at, nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon, void of course. They're saying, okay, they're saying it's kind of your choice. If you want this to come to fruition, we have the fruition card. If you want this to come to fruition right now, and that's going to mean different things for all of you, it can, and it will. And if you don't want it to right now, that's fine too, okay? Whatever this means for you, it's your story here. You're the one in control. And they really don't want you to be afraid of regretting something. You see this bridge here? It's like the bridge he's standing on here, right? And there's a fear that if you don't say, hey, yeah, come in the water with me, let's do whatever that is, this will kind of be the outcome. Here's the 6 of Cups, here's the 5 of Cups, here's the 2 of Cups, right? And they're really saying it isn't, you know, it may feel like that in the moment, but that's not the outcome that's going to be forever. You don't have to, just because there's a small opening in this door, or you open the door a little bit, doesn't mean you have to open it all the way. And it doesn't mean you have to walk through it, okay? I'm using analogies to try to be like, to fit everybody's situation. But there's something here that you need to make sure it's the right time, you've done the right work. And so they're bringing up the South and the North node. And they've been bringing this up to me in a new understanding for a little while now. It's like the South node, the way that they're describing it to me is, these are things, parts of you that feel very familiar and easy. And that doesn't mean that you shouldn't use that part of you, but the North node is kind of the unconquered territory that you're going to, right? So I have South node in Leo, a North node in Aquarius. And so a South, I'm just going to use me for an example, but you can do it with yourself. And like my South node in Leo, it means it's very easy for me to be in a kind of privileged, almost like royal or star type energy. Like I can somehow use my gifts and talents to somehow think I'm special, right? And I would say that that probably was, when I was younger, something that I got into a little bit of delusion about, or I let my mind kind of run away with. Where in my North node, you know, the truth is, it's kind of 2 sides of the same coin, right? Aquarius energy is quirky, it's strange, it's weird, it's unusual, it's revolutionary, and it's kind of out of the box. The Leo energy is more like, I'm in the spotlight. I'm And so sometimes when people would bring up the fact that I was weird, strange, and unusual, my ego would protect me by saying, well, they're just jealous, or this is like things your mom might say, like, they don't understand I'm special in this way. And like when I woke up to all of this understanding, it was like, I am weird and unusual and strange, and that's kind of the best part of me, and I need to figure out how I can bring my specialness, because everybody is special, to the collective to help it. And maybe that is in an out of the box type of way where I can use my past life gifts to propel me forward in my mission, right? So it's not like they're fighting each other. It's that you got to figure out how to use them to get where there was a card that came out that said that your dreams need a practical plan, right? And part of that is that I had to de-trigger myself because my parents were constantly telling me I was weird and I did not fit into their mold at all. I looked good and they liked that, so they praised me for that. But my natural inclinations, my psychic gifts, my love of unusual things and topics, I started being interested in tarot at age 9, so they did not like this at all. This was not on their like child wish list, and they often shamed me about it. So sometimes we do get, especially I think if there's like triggering stuff in your human design, we can get a lot of pushback from people that we karmically incarnated with, right? And so you have to figure out and de-trigger yourself from where your family and people around you didn't really understand who you are. And so they had me do a very long explanation of that, so I hope that it helps someone, where your masculine may come in and try to re-trigger you again. And it's kind of up to you where this goes. Like, I really, really strongly feel that they're kind of leaving this open-ended. Like, you can be like, no, this is not for me right now. You haven't, you're not meeting my boundaries here, and you can go off on your merry way. Or you can be like fully in to the experience if you want to be. But they want you to do it from a conscious, self-reflected place. And know that don't do it unconsciously, is what I'm saying here. Because I think the group of people I'm talking to really understand and are welcoming some more of these type of difficult, I'm not gonna like sugarcoat it here. The astrology right now is insanely intense and different, like drastically different than it has been. And a lot of what has been building here has prepared you to believe in yourself more. Believe in the fact that, you deserve this land of milk and honey, right? That's like a biblical thing. And sorry, I gotta cover her. Okay. And you do deserve the best. You deserve all the benefits of all the work you're doing. And there does seem to be a gap here between the work and the benefits. And that's what they're calling here the mystery. There's a mystery that you're not really going to get full access to until it's the correct time for you, okay? There is a lot of abundance here. There's a lot of strength and power. I mean, the Empress next to the Sun, it doesn't get much stronger than that. That is on the internal, though, right? So it isn't fully out for the world to see. There's going to be a lot when you come together, when this energy unites here. There's going to be a lot for you to like want to grab hold of, to want to hold on to want to invest in, to be like, hey, can we have this new beginning? And that's the part especially that they really, really want to have you think about very strongly, very thoroughly, especially in relation to, okay, so when we build a relationship, right, it's like two entities. They're drawing my attention to these two pillars once again. And the relationship lives in between them. It's a third thing. It's not him and it's not you, energy of course, and it's a third thing. It's half him, half you. And anyone that's been in any kind of long-term relationship knows it is never just like 50-50 all the time. It's always changing what you're bringing to the relationship. The mixture of, you know, emotional, physical, energetic, spiritual, monetary, you know, when I say physical, I mean like earthly, how much work you're doing, who's doing the cleaning, all of these things. There's a mixture, a huge mixture of, plus there's the mixture of all the baggage, right? How well you're dealing with it, how well it's, and I get the Seven of Swords being a very baggage energy. He knows there's two things here he has to leave behind. Now, there's also this, it's at night, okay? He's sneaking in. There's like a tent behind him that's guarded by two guards. I don't know if you can see them, right? He kind of wants in, and it seems to be that he's trying to get in by looking very innocent. But he can't carry anymore. You know, he has got baggage. And it's important for you to understand that at this moment, especially if you have let go of a lot of baggage or have been working to understand your triggers, understand there's a part of him that, yes, he may allow you to see more of him. But it does feel like here, there isn't a reason for this. Like he wants an encounter. And I don't necessarily think that it is super serious in terms of how much he's willing to change at the moment. Now, this Seven of Swords does become the Seven of Pentacles, which I love. And it happens via him, I think, here being or feeling a bit rejected after he showed some emotions to you. Am I telling you to reject him? No, absolutely not. In fact, I want to emphasize again to use love in this situation, but also to be very truthful and to remember, you know, that you're the one that meets your needs. Always. It always begins with you. You know, they're kind of telling me, you know, you're your own North Star here. You try to rely on him, and this is what will happen. things will not be great. He's not fully comfortable with the depths of emotion that you are. But the change seems to be he really is desiring to understand a deeper emotions. I just want to show you that I think it's really cute that my turtle tattoo is right by this little turtle here. And I got that a very long time ago now. But it was my first spirit animal, and it was from an encounter like in the wild that the turtle kind of chose me. And the turtle has taught me so much about the masculine energy. And of course, it is a lot about the shell being a metaphor for how much baggage that they're willing to drag around without actually dealing with it. And it does seem to me from this reading that they are going to deal with at least some of it, because they are, you know, wanting to be this king energy. And they are wanting to get closer to you, especially in terms of the water. So anyway, we are going to, do we need any advice? I'm going to get a few of these. I have a few Ascended Master cards here. I'm not going to read you the whole card. I say that and then I will. So let's see if you want to work with someone, an Ascended Master. I want one of these. Let me just take one. Okay. They want you to work on alignment. Pleiadian, nature, Orion, the moon. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. And then on the bottom of the deck is Paul the Venetian and the Cosmic Heart, which is kind of this right here. So Pleiadians are the great healers. They love Earth and all who live on her. Nature kingdom was created from the heart of God. The ninth dimensional master, Pan, directs the elemental beings that support nature. And your guidance is to honor nature's beauty. That's crazy. And life force. If possible, go to the meadows, forests, mountains, lakes, or rivers, and let nature recharge and balance and heal you. The great masters of Orion invite you to visit Orion in meditation or sleep to receive a download of cosmic wisdom. This is an honor, so prepare yourself with intention during the day by showering, lighting a candle, playing sacred music, or walking in nature, and you will receive much spiritual light. Orion is the soul star chakra of this universe. You may find it helpful to ask Archangel Mariel to light up your personal soul star chakra, which is above your head, to facilitate this connection. The moon is the causal chakra of the universe and radiates divine feminine energy. Call on it to cleanse your aura and energize you. And remember, the influence of this celestial body is always there, whether you see it or not. When you are offered this card, you are called on to practice your feminine qualities of love, wisdom, compassion, intuition, inclusiveness, discernment, and oneness. Go within and seek answers from your huge font of wisdom, and the moon will bring you clarity so that you can flow with the current of ascension. So alignment and the cosmic heart, I feel, go together. The card invites you to open your heart fully, to tune into the love radiating from Venus, which is the heart center of the universe. Pure unconditional love is held within Venus at the ninth dimensional frequency, a higher frequency than we can currently access. The angels are suggesting you find time today to call on Mother Mary or the unicorns with their help. You can step down this powerful but gentle love to a level you can handle and bring it to your heart center. And then you can also call on Paul the Venetian. He carries the flame of liberty and is helping to set you free. He is the Kohan of the third ray, so that's communication, Gemini. He lifts people's spirits and sets their soul free to create beauty, inspiration through music, art, and practical ways. Communicate your essence by writing, painting, or any heartfelt manner, and he will help you. Yeah, so expressing yourself in truth and beauty it accelerates everybody's ascension on earth. And you don't need to do it for a reason. You can just do it because you feel like it. So I hope those messages helped you. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. It really, really helps me. If you happy 4th if I don't get to reading tomorrow, because I do have a couple of actual appointments tomorrow, which is kind of crazy, and starting a new kind of adventure tomorrow, which is very exciting. So lots of love for you. Bye.